Hello and welcome. I'm Blair Blackwell, and this is the Daily Cyber Brief. Here's today's rundown of the biggest cybersecurity stories you need to know today. Good morning. This is the Daily Cyber Brief for Wednesday, January 14th. Today's themes: a heavy Microsoft patch cycle with an actively exploited flaw, real operational strain in healthcare, and state-linked campaigns stretching from Taiwan to Ukraine, plus a cautionary note on AI layered into legacy systems. We'll start with patching pressure. Microsoft's first Patch Tuesday of 2026 lands with over 100 fixes and multiple zero days, including at least one that's being exploited in the wild. Expect a broad Windows update wave touching client and server lines, and a busy verification cycle across enterprises. In parallel, Microsoft is rolling out new secure boot certificates to eligible Windows 11 systems, an underlying trust update worth noting, even as routine patches land. And on the government side, CISA added a Windows Information Disclosure issue to its known exploited vulnerabilities catalog. Following on from yesterday's KEV focus, the signal to industry is consistent: treat KEV entries as in the wild and prioritize accordingly. Turning to incidents, healthcare saw real-world disruption in Belgium, where Hospital AZ Monica shut down all servers, canceled scheduled procedures, and transferred critical patients after a cyber attack. Meanwhile, in the retail realm, multiple Target employees confirmed that leaked source code samples circulating online are authentic, prompting tighter access controls around the company's Git infrastructure. It's a reminder that code repositories and the secrets they can contain remain a high-value target. On the geopolitical front, reporting points to sustained cyber pressure on Taiwan's critical infrastructure, with attacks up last year and volume averaging in the millions per day, hitting utilities and hospitals. And in Eastern Europe, officials in Ukraine's defense forces were targeted with a charity-themed campaign that delivered a backdoor dubbed Pluggy-Ape, a familiar playbook of humanitarian lures used for access and persistence. In infrastructure and online fraud, researchers detailed VoidLink, a cloud-native Linux malware framework built for modern environments, with custom loaders, implants, rootkits, and plugins aimed squarely at cloud servers. Separately, a long-running web skimming operation has been siphoning card data from checkout pages since 2022, touching multiple major payment networks, a reminder that small snippets of injected code can have outsized business impact. There's also a notable AI security story. Researchers say a ServiceNow deployment combined agentic AI behaviors with a lightly protected legacy chatbot, creating a path to sensitive data and connected systems. The broader lesson is straightforward. When new autonomous capabilities plug into older workflows, the trust boundaries can shift in ways teams don't expect. Looking ahead, the Microsoft patch window will dominate change calendars this week. Watch for downstream advisories as organizations validate fixes, and for CISA timelines tied to its KEV edition. VoidLink Spotlight suggests more probing of Linux cloud estates, and hospitals in Europe may see ongoing operational ripple effects as they restore services. What I'll be watching today: Windows fleets and domain-joined assets as updates roll out, identity and access layers that could be touched by the newly highlighted Windows issue, Linux cloud servers targeted by modular frameworks, e-commerce checkout pages where skimming can lurk, and IT service management platforms adopting agent-style AI that may bridge into sensitive data. The takeaway: it's a classic blended risk day: heavy patching, active campaigns, and evolving integrations. The organizations that stay resilient will pair timely updates with tight control of trust boundaries across code, cloud, and AI-driven workflows. That's it for today's edition of the Daily Cyber Brief. Thanks for listening. I'm Blair Blackwell. This podcast is for informational purposes only and is not cybersecurity, legal, or financial advice.